what we know about and what we're doing. We got to the part where there's the dragon moving its head around in a circle. Seems like we got that pretty well. After that is the double, like front and then back, or back and then front. And then is the thing where she moves to the south, and we have to get behind her, and then we're doing the tanks on the sides and everyone else in the middle next to the red mirror with knockback prevention. Does that pretty much sum up where we're at?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Eat food before the first ball.
there's one more mechanic.
Ah, cry. We still haven't gotten a good timing on that.
What was our strategy again?
Out and
Spread
then
out,
run in as soon as, or start running in. Either run in as soon as you see the flash, or just keep running in if you don't think that you can predict that or move in time.
Also, let's hang out in our areas. Let's not all go south.
Well, also don't do this like running laps thing with it too. You can run in a circle like this in your position and you'll be fine. You don't need to be running laps all the way around like this.
And let's not have 5 people crowd Tyleek's area.
But that's why I play a ranged class.
Why would you play dancer if you weren't moving 100% of the time? That's your privilege. Nay, responsibility.
Moving 100% of it.
I wasn't planning on running laps. It's just that in the middle of it, I noticed I was running through another 5 Akras.
Does HCT track how much you move?
I wish.
Not that I'm.
Instead of having a DPS uptime, you just have a movement uptime.
Yes.
The closest thing to it is your so-called active time, and that I know that doesn't account for things like casts that are lost due to movement.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if it still exists, but FF logs used to have a movement.
So, like, I don't think it does because that's not something that is sent in the combat log.
I'm also not entirely sure how useful it would be since most
East
jobs,
west.
in the game have no penalty whatsoever.
You're killing me, dude. Like, take a step over to the right.
Oh, jeez. No, we're actually dead.
Look at the res.
We're fine.
Fine is a word.
You guys don't need heals for 30 seconds after this.
Boy. Get out. Check your stacks. creature card was that night. Perfect.
At long last, we are reunited. We shall never be parted again.
Who would that be?
Two. Sorry, one. And then clockwise. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Anti-clockwise.
Check the timer.
What? Okay.
And get ready for the wing.
Get ready for the chain close. Get out.
Oh yeah.
Get in.
Oh god.
Now get to see, right? Yes.
We're going to the west side.
Oh. I
Wait.
just,
Hey, it worked!
How do
I
people
I
die?
died
don't
on the last
Like
one.
you said, if we're not all dead, but one person.
Well, there was
Hold
other
on.
stuff that needed to happen, but I died to an auto attack after everything resolved, not to the mechanic.
I died to the mechanic.
I got
Hey, it
that was
worked!
completely
Did we have cooldowns up?
Get ready for the. Yeah, I had vengeance up. Chain close.
I had no cooldowns left.
You took technically not lethal.
now get to see.
Was I just not healed?
You took
We're going
182,000
to the west
damage
side.
within half a second. So technically not lethal.
That's lethal.
That's not.
177,000? That's lethal.
Yeah, XCOG. I mean, then you would die 3 seconds later to an auto attack. The second auto attack.
XCOG doesn't. If it hits him for that much, XCOG doesn't trigger.
2 attacks. 147.36.
Well,
Okay, so it wasn't lethal damage. It was 147,000.
Yep.
But I wasn't at max health. I did. Oh, I got an auto attack before the
Yep. For
Hey, it
before
worked.
the second mirror. That's what killed me.
How do people die?
I don't
on the last one.
like you said,
And
if
after.
we're not all dead, but one person.
Well, I guess you were dead.
No, the mirror killed me.
well,
Yeah, like
there was.
Shiva doesn't stop hitting you. So technically not lethal.
I'll throw something else out as well, possibly.
That's with vengeance? That's
That was
insane.
with vengeance.
I didn't have any cooldowns
I
up.
think I mentioned this yesterday, but I would also like it if we could use some raid wides. It should have lanes there.
That
For example,
elimination.
if either Heart of Light or Shake It Off is available. we could-
Here's a question. What's your status on home gang?
I can home gang the double slap in the second part if we want to do that.
No, I was gonna say, if you home gang, you can just be the tank in front for both hits.
It's also your anti, no? Or no, that's
Not anymore.
still no. Yeah.
But just I'm gonna do a Lalafell visibility enhancer on Tam. Does that sound like a strategy for you? Is to have you do take the first hit and then take the second hit to doesn't have any cooldowns. It'll also give us one extra person worth of padding in case we don't have all 8 people alive.
It might be possible. And that way I wouldn't have to use knockback prevention either.
It's true. The first hit will knock you into position for the second hit.
No, I'd be immune the whole time.
Oh, does home gang still give you anti-knockback?
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
So you get 2
Nope.
anti-knock.
Yeah, I have 2. One's just on a 240-second cooldown.
Actually, doesn't
But you have 2 knockback preventions.
doesn't Infuriate also give you knockback prevention?
No.
Okay, that was what got removed then.
Sort of vaguely listening.
Oh, no. Inner release, home gang. Inner release does. That's the-
Inner release, yeah.
So yes, I have 3 knockback preventions.
Tam, I would think you need to use your home gang on the double slap.
You'd rather me do that?
Yes. Because right now I basically have to pop everything on it. And that seems silly.
You can probably unpop one thing, because it only did 130.
I didn't see when I died exactly. I'm actually still kind of waking up. I fell asleep. So I'm not sure if I died to the first one or in between or to the second one.
I stepped away for a second. Can someone refresh me on what our positions are during that?
It's the same as your Aquamorn splits. So
I mean,
you'd be on the
realistically,
Tuesday side.
since everyone won't be perfectly stacked on each other, as long as it goes 1 tank, the 6 people who aren't tanks,
As long as
1
people don't
tank.
move.
That's good.
As long as
Yeah,
people
yeah.
have the
Yeah,
anti-knockback
you
and
can't. You
don't
can't.
move. I'm asking you to not move placeholder. This is hard. I know it's something that's difficult for you to do because you're so compelled to just keep, you know.
That's not why I'm groaning, but okay.
Is it possible that we can pick positions for the mirrors before we move? I mean, like maybe have the tank that is not closest to the mirror on 4 and 3, depending on which side the red one's on.
Do you know how far the knockback is?
You get knocked back from there, basically, to about there.
That's basically the entire arena.
Almost the entire. There's probably this outer circle.
Yeah, I think you're competing about this far in, no problems. I think.
So what's your request, Tam?
Just so that we have like a pivot point for like one person to move to, so that basically everybody else can then either move from that position or get into position easier for the mirrors.
Like, I would use like this spot on the ground since it's like the shortest distance I think that you can go and still be safe if you get hit by the correct knockback. So like,
Is that going to be the person closest to the mirror or the person furthest from the mirror?
that would be like the group stack. So let me just like assuming the B mirror is first and we're using our anti-knockback, then we basically have the stack look something like, well, I mean, if we're doing the one tank strategy, it would look like that.
Except 10 will be on this side. Right? And
No,
yeah,
I mean,
flip it over.
10 would Oh yeah, yeah. Tam would start on that side. Start on 3 and then go to 1.
Does the knockback prevention last long enough for both?
That was-
Yes.
That was my question. If it's 8 seconds, that's long enough. If it's 6 seconds, then you gotta time
That's
it
close.
really tightly.
Casters are 6 seconds. Because if we just do that formation, can't we just do it in the middle of the room?
I mean, alternatively, if not prevention is long enough to hit all of them, and people are confident with the ability to hit it not too early and not too late, then yes, we could do it literally, and we could just do it where we're standing.
Yeah, we just do it behind Shiva at C and just stack on C.
Assuming, of course, that
Mm,
everybody has the timing perfect. Now,
I
if that-
hate everything about that plan.
now
This
the
is very
other option is we do it on the green mirror, and we just expect to get knocked back, and we just eat the time that it takes us to get knocked back. We sort of are loosely in our 2 groups, but like you don't need to move. So if you were in front on the first hit, you will still be in front on the second hit.
Wait. How
Sorry.
would that work?
If you were in front on the first group, you will still be in the same relative position for the second hit, so you will not get hit by. You won't be in the front 4 twice. All that requires is that Tam move from one side to the other side. Well, I guess if Tam is using anti-knockback, then that doesn't help him. We would need to do that with a 2-tank strat. So,
Although if I home gang the second double slap, I won't be able to home gang the or involve the mirrors.
I'm soliciting opinions, like which I think all of these strats are viable. It's up to you all to weigh in your personal class or whatever consideration.
Do we know what causes the debuff?
Being in the front,
Being in the front.
being
four.
one of the first 4 people closest to the mirror.
Yes, that. If you're going to try to anti-knockback both of them, this is where I'll remind you that the mirrors have visible cast bars, except if you're going to do it reliably, everyone will need to be paying attention to them.
Well,
Yes.
this is why I say we should move to the second mirror to go off, and then everyone can hit their anti-knockback as they're running in, and they will get the first mirror, and then the second mirror won't matter because it won't push us off if we screw up the timing. And it won't change our order because the hit is what
It's
will
the
push
second
it.
hit, right?
Yeah, so if we run to the red mirror in the right pattern, it won't matter as long as we anti-knock back the first hit. So if we hit it too early to get the second hit, it doesn't matter. Also, it seems like we should be focusing on getting the mechanics down and then seeing if we need to optimize if it is as lenient of a DPS check outside of the ads as implied by stuff other people have said.
I just want to make sure that this isn't. There aren't other reasons why people would have a different ideal strategy for this. Like, speak now or hold your peace, kind of thing.
Am I correct in understanding that we're planning on setting up static positions at the second mirror?
So the positions are going to be effectively relative to Tam, but yeah, at the second mirror.
So one thing is, I believe the ice locks in the damage well before it goes off. So the second mirror locks in the damage probably before the knockback finishes.
I should say, Shiva's Cleave behaves like a normal AoE in the sense that it snapshots when the cast bar finishes. Yeah. The actual animation goes out a couple seconds later.
Yeah, same for the mirror. So like, I would be hard pressed to see Tam go from one side of her stack to the other side of her stack perfectly. Maybe
Why are we only using one tank?
He could do it if he was not using knockback and went over to the first mirror.
Yeah, but Holmgang has.
Not from one side of the stack. Wouldn't work.
Ugh.
I mean, if we're going to the second mirror, like, that's easy. I just need to be, like, in the middle of the arena. And, well, maybe not that far, but I just need to be the last one to get into position, basically. And then I just need to move after the first one's went off.
Yes. So in this
The rest of us
this
are going to
world,
be between Tan and
in this world, assuming we started at C, we would all run to somewhere around 1, and Tam would just hang out at 3 until with his anti-knockback and Holmgang, basically, and then he would run to the other side of the party as soon as that first hit finishes.
Also, there might be another kink in that plan, is that the mirrors might just go through invulnerability.
What if I said, trust me, they don't?
I will have to say, let's find out.
Right. At the very least, right? Tam's the one that dies.
Do we?
Wow.
Well, unless he's slow, in which case he'll probably be counted as somewhere between the second and fourth person. So that'll kill him.
Well,
And whoever-
basically, that means that if just as a stopgap, as long as Solenta is on the other side of the rest of the party.
It's true, like, and I guess the sort of worst case scenario is one person dies. But, that's just assuming that everyone gets into the right spot with the anti-knockback for the first hit.
I mean, we shouldn't be worrying about DPS during this phase. We should be worrying about getting in position to resolve the mechanic. If we can't get the mechanic down, it doesn't matter how much we do.
Speak for yourself. Real quick, is the intention to have the party be stacked or spread during this? Because if we're stacked, it seems
spread.
like it can cause problems.
You're not ever going to be perfectly stacked. There will always be 4 people, and the important thing is that you're not moving.
Okay.
Because you will need 2 different stacks of 4 people to make sure
Right. That was my concern.
Like,
You could at
can you
least-
manip to someone? Yes. You can manip to Nearest every time, and it should be fine.
So I guess we'll try the Holmgang approach
Yeah,
first.
Yeah,
see if it
I think
works.
that's going to be the more consistent one. Although it does have a single point of vulnerability of failure. But I guess it's better than 2.
And just to clarify, are we still going all the way to we stopping halfway along the end?
Where the
Sorry,
one marker was placed previously.
Yeah, on the diagonal on that outer ring.
Rip.
Did I catch you with mine?
No, Tylee's cone caught me.
We're aiming for bow ties. Beautiful little bow ties.
I wonder if I can just jump off the edge if that happens.
I don't know.
It only works if you don't have to be one of the people in the middle.
I did not have to be one of the people.
Then maybe.
Okay. Next time that happens. Hopefully I'll never have to test
Your,
theory.
your ball will just jump to someone
Well,
else, right?
explode, though, right?
I don't know, maybe it'll just explode, right? Who knows? Wait, why did our... Alright.
Use blast again. Away. Good aim. Super stacks. Good aim. Super axe kick. Get inside. Spread.
I'm gonna be down a Xeno.
2. Sorry.
Oh, it appears if you kill it, you do not get the damage back.
Because it's not alive to hit you. Hmm.
Can you get this?
Who's gonna get hit?
I'll heal whoever gets hit.
It's
I
probably
mean,
me.
it's,
At long last, we are reunited.
I like that she has
Part it again.
underwear made out of light.
Wait, what?
Oh no! Oh, I know what happened there. That is dumb.
Wait, what?
I think at the start of the cast bar, it locks in which color people get. And when he took top hate from me, it might have switched to the colors for the second hit, and that's why everybody died.
that is dumb because we've done that before.
I'm not
Alright.
exactly sure if that's what happened, but I think that's what happened.
Basically, what I'm hearing is we can't expect to res a tank for that.
It is highly unpredictable.
It's pretty bad.
feet he's coming up.
I was
Cardinals.
Tranquility must be restored to the land.
Get away. I can get my stuff.
Sorry, protect.
Uh-oh. Tanks again.
There's no way they have enough time for that.
Sam, can you just stand on the other side where Salenta normally stands?
Sure.
And let's hope, if it's really based on second threat.
Well, as long as the threats don't change mid-cast.
At long last.
Well, it's okay if they change mid-cast, it's just that they need to be the same by the end of the cast.
Yeah, like they don't change while the attack is going off. Like
Yes.
even if Tam is on the other side and then you guys swap aggro in the middle, we're still dead.
I'm just not going to go up until that man's over. So I think about myself.
If you immediately shirks, that might.
Oh yeah, in that case, if Carrot takes it, then that's okay. If Tam goes on the other side,
Yes.
oh
We just
yeah,
need
okay.
Salenta to stack with us. That's all.
Okay, cool. I got you.
You're a genius.
And this is going on Tam or Salenta?
That was on me.
It was me.
No,
it's
you were just too
Tam.
close to me.
I hadn't moved. I was in the same spot.
You were just like, because it targeted me because I had most hate. And you were just a little too close to me.
I provoked, and I said where I said it would.
Who's that be?
I have no idea where it is.
It's
2 is take next.
Resnius and Killer Update.
Please get debuffs.
Oh, 3 for 3.
Three
We're
for three.
3 and 3.
But
Somebody
we
needs to
will
sack.
need one person to sack.
So it's
Alright.
me. Probably dead.
I have 4th for the red.
Who's taking this head? I need that head like 8 years ago. We missed the third head.
I can't even trigger the head anymore. Oh, we're just dead. If you're missing a head, just feel free to suicide into it.
Well, I couldn't because I was dodging the ice at the time.
The thing about suiciding into it is, does it work if, because like if we're taking it at the same time, I don't think that counts as, I think that'll only count as one take if they die from the hit.
That is better. Just don't do it at the same time. The point is, you need to do it at some time. Just don't do it at the same time as somebody else. So just wait for the first moment that you can do it.
Well, I think the problem is we need to know
Which position it's in.
which one. Well, we need to know which debuff we were missing, right? Because we could have done that with
which timer was missing.
with the 3 people that we had. Only one person needed to die. Anyway, I'm gonna grab a drink while Nurse gets back.
Okay. I'm gonna go use restroom.
Sorry, that took longer than it should have because I kept dropping things.
Like the base.
I guess symbols are part of base. Fortunately, my dishes are nigh indestructible.
Oh, I'll find a way.
Now we have fewer people ready.
Anybody willing to go on a quest to Mount Doom?
What?
Wait. Never mind.
Good thing it's spread.
Tranquility must be restored to the land.
Why is Salenta dead again?
Did you die from the AoE?
Yes. It's what's killed me every time.
Weird.
Is that because no one's healing him?
I'm legitimately confused where you took that damage.
You healing?
At long last, we are reunited.
What is Mother Crystal? It hit you 4 times for about 80 kills.
Again.
That's the
I think
AoE.
that's the AoE.
Nearest has active actually. So
Okay, it's same.
yeah, same stat, same sides.
Yep, I died, so it's a good threat dump.
It's on Tam. Just get away from Tam. Oh wait, what?
Tank
Oh, I guess both tanks could just stack and you won't die. Big brain.
Lose that beat.
Three. Oh, sorry, not 3, 4. And then Joe, yes, and Clock. Everyone's alive.
Something back.
What the fuck?
Seriously.
Get ready for wing.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Oh,
crap. I didn't home gang that because I'm trying to home gang the thing. Get out. Get in. Oh god, no.
Placeholders taking hits.
Oh god, no.
oh, he's so dead.
We got tricked. Get tricked.
Turns out she can go north or south.
Oh, that. Yeah, that's.
So we need to not pre-move is basically the moral of that story.
Huh.
But it is always north or south. I guess if we're staying in the middle, it doesn't matter if it's north, south, east, or west, because it's always perpendicular to where the mirrors spawn.
Hold on,
But-
I want to check something.
Finally starting, because that's bullshit.
So we need Okay. to not pre-move is basically.
I definitely did not get hit by multiple mechanics.
We could step out for his sake so we get the FC buffs and the timer would be reset for the rest of the evening.
Might as well.
What the fuck?
Seriously.
'Cause that always sucks to come back with no buffs.
Get ready for wing.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Oh.
crap. I didn't home gang that because I'm trying to home gang the thing. Get out. Get in. Oh god, no.
Placeholder, are you using mono for your tether during the ad?
No.
To try switching numbers for to see if
Oh god,
I can
no.
stop someone to die. So it's
I caught like half of
got
that.
tricked.
You might want to just type it. You might cut.
Turns out she can go north or south.
Oh,
basically,
That-
I'm thinking
yeah,
that if we,
that's.
I see that's awkward.
It's really hard. And you're like this.
Placeholders taking hits. You were doing that on purpose, right, Kanada?
Yeah, I was doing that on purpose, just as a demonstration.
We got tricked.
Because that was a pretty impeccable impression.
Oh, that. Yeah, that's.
So we need to not pre.
I mean, how much damage does the tether even do? And am I taking damage from anything else in that phase?
You take 4 AoEs, any lightning hits, and the tether.
Do the lightning guys start with their thing on? Do they have to cast it?
They cast
Cast-
it.
They
So I-
casted 2 GCDs after they spawn.
So I should never get hit by a lightning reflect because I only hit them when they spawn with one GCD. And so I guess it's just the AoEs, but everyone would be getting hit by those, right?
Go north or south.
Oh,
Supposedly, yeah.
yeah, that's.
I mean, I can put on Mana Ward at the start because I think I have plenty of time to put it on before the first things come out.
Yeah, there's like 2 GCDs before the first ads even spawn.
So sure, I got you, fam. We'll see if it makes a difference.
Oh, home gang does not prevent your knockback anymore.
Aha! I thought that they took the knockback off when they gave Warrior arm's length. on Holmgang specifically. Also, it doesn't. Maybe it still does bind the enemy in place, but
It does bind the enemy in place still, but it does not
it
prevent not
right
catching me.
right because they took out the thing that roots you in place also.
Oh god, no.
Oh, he's so dead.
But
I also
in a
want
release,
to
it
see
still does.
if damage killed me or if I fell off and died.
Oh, that. Yeah, that's.
So we need to.
I
not
think damage
breathe
killed me actually.
is basically the moral of that story.
Yeah, it took like 250. No, that's from the auto.
Placeholders taking hits.
No, you didn't take nowhere near lethal. For
I took
the-
like 200,000 damage there.
Yeah.
Let's
tricked.
take a look. Out, she can go north or south.
Oh, that.
I took
Yeah,
177,000.
Death report. You took
38,000, and there's another number that popped up.
placeholders taking hits.
Oh god, no.
Oh, he's so dead.
We got tricked.
Like in the
Yeah,
world.
tricked.
Turns out she can go north.
I could show you my stream.
No,
Oh,
no. How many hit points do you have?
Yeah, that's.
177.
So we need to. Yeah, it looks like you took is max damage -1. Like you took your hit points worth of damage.
Well,
That's falling off, right?
I took something, reflected something for 44,000 damage. I took an auto attack for 33,000 damage, and I also took the mirror, which was 177,000 damage. So I took 240 points of damage, or 240,000.
So Shiva's auto attack was 34k, and then immediately after that was Angel Feathers, which is the mirror. Placeholders taking hits.
Oh god, no.
Oh, he's so dead.
We got tricked. Yeah, tricked.
Turns out she can go north or south.
Reflected hollow wings. That's the mirror. Okay.
Well, he took 72 from that.
I took 44,343.
I got hit by 3 of them though.
But I don't know if the fall killed me or if the damage killed me.
If you took your max HP -1, you probably died.
Well, no, because falling deaths don't show up in the ACT death report
Oh.
because they don't do a
And
damage number.
I was under Holmgang at the time.
Then you couldn't have. Oh, that's why you took your max HP -1.
Placeholders taking hits.
Then you must have fallen off. Oh, he's so dead.
We got
I mean,
tricked.
if you didn't have arm's length, then
Yeah,
you
tricked.
would fall regardless. Go north or south.
Oh, that. Yeah, that's.
Oh, he's so dead.
We got tricked. Yeah, tricked.
Turns out she can go north or south.
What hit me for 177k though?
The mirror. At least I assume that's what Angel's Feathers or whatever thing is.
Angel's feather?
That's what it says.
Reflected hollowed wings, I think, is the mirror.
Oh, sorry. Angels. Well, this is what ACT is calling it. Limit Break is the name of the source, and Angel Feathers is the name of the attack.
Oh yeah, no, Angel Feathers is the Scholar Limit Break.
Oh. What? There was
Yeah.
no Scholar LB there.
No, I totally LV'd.
Yeah, I think White Pulse is the White Mage one.
Okay, then that's not
Oh, he's so dead.
We got
There's a
tricked.
taking damage. That's him getting healed.
Yeah, tricked.
It's part of the damage report.
Turns out
What?
she can go
What?
north or south. Okay, well, in that case, what I'm reading is you took less than lethal damage, and then within then you immediately got healed by Angel Feathers, and then you died. Like 3 seconds
Oh,
later.
that
Like you got Scholar L. That's at least what the damage report's saying. I don't know. I'm not going to look at this anymore. It's not helpful. We have learned an important. Are we ready to go back in? We've learned an important thing, which is that home gain does not prevent knockbacks.
If you want to see what happened.
Some stream action.
I'm gonna jump off at the start. I want to see what happens. I don't care if I have weakness.
It's damage. Just from what I remember.
Yeah. Okay, so the fall did kill me.
Oh, and it did show damage numbers. Yes, I saw damage numbers on your thing. Yep, there's the damage numbers.
The damage number should be just your health, right?
Yep.
Okay, so the fall killed me. And that's
Oh,
where
let me-
that extra 177,000 damage came from.
Wait, what?
I didn't want to lose an Nokian. Instead, I lost my
Wow,
life.
you lost a Nokian.
Yeah, I know. Feels bad. Feels real bad.
Boy. No. No.
Hope it's in. Oh, rip.
I would have been saying like right on the edge too. Probably as soon as I got near it. Figure sacks.
Hold on, be able to finish this cast. Oh, I finished the cast.
Tranquility must be restored to the land.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, maybe this isn't working so well anymore. He keeps getting the stone skin off.
At least his cylinder is alive this time.
It's true, we don't have to do any weird fuckery.
I still took the 85,000 in that one, too.
We are
I made sure that I used my Heart of Light.
Orgy of Darkness
Well, I
with
agree
the
with
Heart
that.
of Light.
Does help pretty significantly since it'll cover both the second and third pulse.
So we share this?
You could. You need a cooldown though.
Not like
Yeah.
this. Not like
It's
this.
okay.
Science, right?
Yeah, science. Blue.
Can I not be second threat? Thank you. It's 1,
Oh, okay.
and we're gonna go to 4. And then get out and get ready to get in. Is that what's next? Yes?
Ice is next. Ice is next.
Ice is next. Get in. Stop.
Front, then back.
Then the tank buster, and then we do the out.
Don't pre-position. Or, yeah, but wait.
Positioning for a cry.
Move.
Oh yeah, okay. So there's plenty of time if you're watching for the tell that we can just do the thing where we all stack in one spot if that would help people. We're not pre-positioning here. Now we're going south. And remember to use your anti-knockback as you move towards B.
Well, my surecast was late.
Nope, that's all the reses.
What?
More mirrors.
What?
So
More
many
mirrors?
That's a lot of mirrors.
That was so many mirrors.
It was 4 mirrors, wasn't it? A mirror on every side?
I think it was 8.
8?
I think there were 2
But they
mirrors
were-
on every side. Like at every intercardinal or cardinal, I don't remember.
This is just a guess.
What?
So
More
many
But do you remember in normal mode where she either cast Holy or Divided Holy?
We're not pre-positioning here. No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
Well, it's reminding me of that.
As
That's the mechanic after. Hold on.
My surecast was late. I expect it's going to show up at some point. I don't know if that's it, but
Well, what is it?
The holy thing, the divided holy or the holy is the thing after the axe or scythe kick right before the ads. Where we have the stack or the split. That's the holy.
That's
yeah.
banished, isn't it?
But the one I'm referring to specifically is it's either the proxy in the center or I think it's 8 proxies around the edge. Well, my surecast was late. It might have the same name. All I remember is from normal mode.
Nope, that's all the reses.
Okay, it looked like there was a mirror at all of the cardinal and intercardinal positions.
How many colors of mirrors?
It looked like all of them.
3 colors.
I know I saw red and blue, or red and green at least.
If there's 2, then that makes sense and it's probably symmetrical. If there's 3, then I don't fucking know.
Okay, it's probably something else then.
I think it's actually an axe kick, ice, or sidekick thing. Where we're gonna have to like pretty much move around the arena.
No reason to guess.
Nope. Although I do strongly suspect we'll get the proxy AoE in there somewhere, or sometime during the fight. The fight, I mean.
What's up?
Sorry.
Oops.
Then Chicken Jacks.
Nope.
What did I just do? How did I just wipe us?
There it goes.
I don't know if that was me, actually.
I mean, that part wasn't.
I don't know what happened there.
Did I hit someone with a cone?
I got
That's the
hit,
one with their fuckers. That
but I'm not one of
Yeah.
things.
Maybe. My first cone was I just like moved. I thought it was the end of the tethers and it was the first one. And so I was just, oops. I'm ready for bed.
That's not good.
Oh boy, I'm gonna go get a drink. 'Cause apparently I need one.
I'm gonna grab a drink too.
Alright, my bad. Let's try this again.
I'm back also.
East west.
Aw.
Tranquility must be restored to the land.
Oh, I fucking hit the wrong button. I have stuff. Gotta use your stuff. Did somebody already start the save there? Yes. Yeah. No. It looked like it was stunned right before I was about to do mine.
I did the whole spawn that I've been doing every time.
Yep. Whatever that was.
We could not understand a word you said. Well, sorry. We could understand like 3 or 4 individual words.
I can't extrapolate that far.
This is some
He
Lothian
said it
coding.
was the holy.
At long
But the holy should have been happening every time.
Guess I'm from the cryptologists on this team.
we shall never be parted again.
B again. That's gonna be 2. Put 1.
Tranquility bus or timer down.
Front and back stuff.
You ready for ice? Back and front. What's going on? Oh,
Probably an explosion. Okay, I didn't get one. Nice. North or south? North. Use anti-knockback as you run to the red.
RB3.
oh my god, really? That's a bunch of bull fucking shit.
Poke.
Look away.
Oh.
God, no! No, the mirrors do the look away.
Oh.
The blue mirrors do the look away also, and then the green the red.
Okay.
This is fucking. This is T7 all over again. Who's got the pizza? The pizza slice, and who has the whole pizza? And who is holding the pizza? Look at the person who's holding a pizza. The person with the whole pizza needs to run away and eat it by themselves. And the person who only has a slice of pizza needs to look off the edge, because this metaphor is really carrying us.
So the blue mirrors always mimic her, right?
Yeah, immediately.
Okay.
At the same time, simultaneously.
How many blue mirrors were there?
Like two.
It's like two opposite sides.
It's like, to do that, you have to be like on the side. Like, if you draw a line between the two blue mirrors, you have to be on one side of that line or the other, looking away. Although I don't know how much looking at her counts as looking at her.
No, but it seems probably like 180.
And there were AoEs. Was there one in the middle or just ones on the outside? Or both?
So then what happened is the green mirrored it, then the red mirrored it. There were 4 greens.
Can I see your stream real quick?
So I'm guessing what we need to do is, like what Carrot said, stand to one side, look away from her, then run to where one of the blues was, so we can look outside the arena.
The middle or just
I
ones
guess
on the
this
outside?
YouTube link will work.
Or both?
And then that will help us avoid red.
At least you're not streaming to, I don't know, Microsoft Teams or
Oh my god.
My stream is probably too laggy to use unless you really need it.
all right. So yeah, there's a little. Gotta go back. Gotta go back. Trying to go back 10 seconds on a. Okay, so it looks like it's blue, green, red, green, blue, green, red, green. So like, there are greens on. Yeah, the greens are on all 4 of the diagonals, and the blues are on east-west, and the reds are on north-south. Yeah, so yeah, easiest way to do that would be, since the reds are in between the blues, is just run towards a red and face the red. Because it looks like I expect that the blues will always spawn opposite each other, if that's the case.
Yeah, then we also have to get out and then get in. And then it can also be active or sight. So out and in and out and in.
As you run to the red.
You mean forward and back, forward and back?
Sure, forward and back. while looking at the correct mirror, or not looking at a mirror. Because you get to look at the void for the red one when you go into shielding.
Oh my god, really?
So what did the 4 orbs, 1 orb mean in normal mode?
That's a bunch of bull. If it's 4 orbs, she's gonna do the holy on the outside, which you need to be in the middle.
Look away.
And if it's 1 orb, it's you have to get to the outside.
God, no. Okay, so it's kind of like an axe kick, scythe kick thing again.
Okay.
This is fucking. This is T7 all over again.
Back in front.
The mirrors do the look away. The blue mirrors do the look away also, and then the green. So, yeah, it's like someone said. For the first one, we want to find a red mirror, run in the general direction of the red mirror. I think this circle is probably far enough, and then face the red mirror. This circle is also a good like halfway point in case we need to run in or out. So if we have to run in, it's just a quick hop, and if we have to run out, then it's also a quick hop. But at that point, we also need to like it's gonna go the blue mirrors, green mirrors, red mirror. So we need to look at where a blue mirror used to be when the green mirrors go off. Although if they're on every 4, aren't you always looking at a mirror?
There's also the middle AoE.
Right, but that's the in or out thing. If it's out, then you can just run towards the blue mirror and dodge all 4 of the green mirrors. But if you have to go to the middle,
I think if anyone dies during any part of that, you pretty much all die. It's hard to test the theory what's happening.
I didn't get to the other side, so somebody probably did take the like big hit. Because I didn't get out of 1 HP.
Do you want to just have 2 tanks do that? It only does 140. With
I mean,
vengeance.
if we, if we have the anti-knockback as we're going towards the first mirror, you should be able to time a heal in between the first and second hits, yes?
I mean, the only problem that I had was that home gang faces me towards the boss, and it screwed up like where I was running to.
Yeah. It's fucking dumb that certain skills change your character facing even if you don't need to be facing the enemy for that skill to work. Right, which is why, like, that thing about that setting getting ticked is exactly why I think skills that do not need to face the enemy shouldn't face you towards the enemy. Like, only face me towards the enemy if I need to, or towards my target or whatever. But this is a thing that they haven't fixed for 6 years, so who knows? Maybe they never will.
I mean, sadly, like almost all of my attacks face me towards the, or I need to be facing towards the boss in order to use them.
I mean, most of your attacks make sense that they face you toward the walls.
Attacks make sense. What annoys me is when you're playing a healer and you heal somebody and then you turn and face the person you're healing. I don't need to face you. I don't need to look at you.
doing? We just talked about a lot of different options. What are we actually doing for that so that we don't, like, half the party doesn't die?
I mean, I'm still okay with doing the invulnerable thing. I screwed up that time because of facing.
And Solenta still doesn't have any cooldowns at that point.
Yes. In order for me to have cooldowns, we have to change something else.
I would have to take
Such
the
as-
double health slab or something.
Considering it may not one-shot me, but like Rampart's not gonna be safe enough by itself. So at least I don't think that'd be safe.
By the way, is this better?
You aren't cutting out, so in that sense, yes. At least we're getting that phase pretty consistently.
I think we found our groove.
Well, finished so early. What happened?
I'm still not super comfortable at our current strats. Lent, any suggestions?
I mean, we can go back to this thing where I just take care of the stone skin at the end.
Let's try it. It seemed like we had more time to kill before like that. They're getting really close. I'll throw 1 GCD at it to help you out instead of like 3. I usually have Xeno there for it, so I'll throw 1 Xeno.
No, it's not.
No?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
If you're focusing on the aqueous, then it's fine. Like, the whole point was just that you were trying to avoid having me walking across the arena.
Right.
Just most of the cast like an interject. It's like, I don't think that's important.
She will either mourn you from near or from afar.
The other thing is that my stun is longer, so if I can get my stun off first on the aqueous both times, that probably helps too.
Oh, I just had the weirdest fucking deja vu. It's gonna be on the 4 to 3.
Front and back.
Get Tylee. Come on, I'll get nobody. Now. North or south. South. Anti-knockback as you're moving towards the red.
Throw yourself in this.
Alright, look at red mirror. Get out and look at the blue mirror.
Get in. Then out.
Stun.
Alright, now 4 mirrors, cool.
It's mirrors all the way down.
Just the one red.
It's a really big red
Ding,
and a
ding,
blue.
ding, ding.
Isn't that Okrai?
Oh shoot, oh shoot!
I was looking for mirrors.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
and
is
the
a
mirrors
blue.
get smaller and smaller and smaller.
Ah,
Oh,
more
it's
just a
Okrais,
red
oh
and
my
a red.
god.
Mirrors.
No, that,
that's
that
how you
was
can
off
see-
more.
So you can see when the mirrors are going to go off is when it gets small, when the ring touches the mirror.
Is
So
there a blue
many.
mirror left inside the red mirror after it went off? Or is that normal?
I don't know.
Oh, were all 3 mirrors just at A?
Well, the red one went off first, though.
I think there was only the one red one.
But there was 3 mirrors.
Wait,
But
I never saw any green mirror.
well, there might have been 3 red mirrors. Like the
Like,
mirrors
mirror-
changed in size as the Okrais went.
To me, like it was just a red mirror and no blue mirror.
So let's talk.
I feel I need to repeat again. That wasn't Okra. That was Ok more, as in
That's-
stack.
Yeah. And it's not even the fancy one where we get the debuffs, right? Or is it the one?
I didn't see a debuff.
All right. Let's talk about holy for a second. So there's like 2 patterns for holy, right?
Yeah, get
Yes.
Get out.
There's in or basically middle of arena or edge of arena.
Yeah.
Well, like we should pick a side and like all go to that side to make, healing and movement and DPSing the boss easier. So like let's say that the blue mirrors were north south. Which way would you want to go with that? Anti-knockback as you're moving. We can either go to a blue mirror and just be on the side of the blue mirror, or we could go to a red mirror and be looking away from the blue mirrors. But whatever we do, then we'll have to do the opposite for the red mirrors when the red mirrors go off.
I feel like going to red first is probably easier because there are fewer of them.
I mean, there's the same number. There's 2 blue and 2 red. All right, look at a red mirror. The difference is that
Green. Is it green? That's more.
there are 4 greens.
That's what I'm thinking of.
So
In that case-
what we need to do is
In that case, I'll still go with. In that case, I'd still suggest red because they're bigger and easier to see.
Okay, so let's suppose the red mirrors are at B and D. Which one do you want to bring it to?
How about east? Those tanks are north and east.
All right, so we'll go to the red mirror that is at A or B,
4 mirrors. Cool.
depending on if they spawn it north or east. Mirrors all the way down. Do people agree with that?
It's a really
Yes.
red and a blue.
Okay then. And so to avoid, let's pretend for a second that C is the red mirror that we're at. During the first part of that mechanic, we'll be on the butt facing the red mirror, and we can just stay in this position while the green mirrors go off. Because if you are this far past the green mirrors are going to be on the corners, you can draw a line between the green mirrors, and as long as you're on this side of the line, you won't be looking at any of the green mirrors. That makes sense. Then we'll need to either run to the middle of the arena and stack, or run already at the out. Like if it's out, then we're already out. And then as soon as the green mirrors go off, we need to immediately run to the middle. Does that make sense?
See?
Yeah. it's
Sorry,
fine.
didn't catch it. All right. And so we're going to A or B, whichever mirror is red. I mean, hypothetically, we could go to. Oh yeah, and then for the red mirror, if it's out, and we're at the red mirror, we just need to go to the side and then like do this, where you're to the side of the mirror facing out. If it's in, you have to do the same thing where you're like past the halfway point on the arena, but you're facing where a blue mirror used to be. So you just can't be looking directly north or directly south. You need to be standing to the east or west and facing towards the east or west, or whichever side you're on.
At that last part, there was only one mirror.
There was only one mirror.
Yeah.
That was during the Aqu one, right?
Yeah, that was the Akmorn. But I think the mirror reflects the Akrai from the dress change.
The Aqu is the tank buster. Yes.
No, the Akrai is the thing that gets put on everyone.
Is that the thing that you drop when you're running?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And
Well, as
then-
far as I'm concerned, we haven't really gotten there yet, but yes. But we can try to resolve that. There's a lot of running in this phase.
Griff?
Is that 5 people?
Wait, we
in
have
the middle?
5 people in the middle. Wait, what?
So all 5 of us had a 20% chance of being the culprit.
Oops.
No, just go to the instant.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if that's an equal 20% chance.
The person with the 4 stacks is the one involved. Because they're the only ones that kill people. I'm pretty sure I stepped out before everything went off. But that could have been.
You and I are the only two I actually could see clearly did it correctly because we both had 4 stacks.
Front.
That was nowhere close. What happened?
Haven't I?
One fewer DPS.
That's almost certainly my fault.
Did Tyleet die before the second Aqueous? Or I thought I saw him hitting it.
He probably died to begin with. I have to heal him between, like, no, that can't be right. He's the second tether, not the third. He should have received all the same healing you did.
At long last, we are reunited.
I have a feeling next week we're gonna have to do some rearranging in that phase. Something's not quite lining up right. Don't know what it is.
One thing I think we don't need is more stuns. I just need to be able to get my stuns on. Then Tylee can use his at his discretion.
Is that just Benny? Can you help out Slenta?
Just need some of these.
It's gonna be 2,
3.
and then 3.
Checking hours.
In the middle for the ice. On the back.
Front and back. Out. Get in.
Wait for the teleport. See. We're going to be anti-knockback now.
Oh, rip. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Died to auto attacks. Alright, we're going to A, right? A. We said A. And then stay at A. this is in or out.
I think it's in.
Out and then in. Or, sorry, that was in then out.
Well, let's just see it. Could be Akra, right? So we should.
Yes, it reflects the Akra right there. And it does the second Akra at about the cast.
Right now, second Akrai.
It does it while she's casting Awkward, so we have to move in stacks.
Yeah, move
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we have to do the
2 stacks. It looks like it's still targets both tanks.
So I think that we should do the Zervin thing.
Yeah, we should practice doing this or thing.
So the easiest way, since we have markers, the easiest way would be have our groups like 1 and 3, and so like not like on the marker, but on her hitbox at 1, and then go clockwise. So the 1 group will move to 2 as soon as you see the flash. I think the flash is a better indicator than trying to look at her thing for the wings, because you won't see wings when the mirror copies the Ankrai, but you will see the flash. I was dead at the moment, staring directly at the red mirror, so I was able to see, yes, that is exactly what's happening. Is the ring is how much time until the effect goes off. As the red mirror shrinks, as soon as the red oval touches the mirror, then it does the attack. So I think we should, for practice sake, I think we should also just do stacking on her butt for the first Ankrai and just moving to the side.
Yep. Or even better, we can just practice our double stack. Might as
Sure.
well.
Yeah, so I think the group that was stacking on 1 and 4 should, for the first one, should stack at 1. Or we could do the same thing where we're stacking east and west. I mean, as long as we move a quarter circle and we're tightly stacked, then that should be sufficient. Because you need to be able to get in or out depending on if she's doing Spiteful Dance or whatever the other one is.
For the mirror, since there are 2 Akurais, that's going to be. The way I see it, you have 2 options. You can either do the Zervin thing, but instead of moving quarter circle, you move a third circle. That should still give you enough room. Or if you want to be safer, you can drop the first Akurais out in a ring around it, and then move in and do Zervin for the mirrors.
So the first Akurai is going to happen after the Holy... Wait, is it before or after the Embittered Dance? I think
It's
I
after.
think
It's
okay,
after.
so
Yeah.
we will... Yeah, whether we're in or out at that point depends on whether it was the scythe then axe or axe then scythe.
I believe you do have enough time to get out again. The main question is, well, essentially how much you want to flip off your uptime.
If we want, I believe we can get away with, actually, even for the second Akurai at that point, we can probably just do a single stack, because the Akmorn doesn't finish casting until after that goes up, or until after the Akurai is already set.
So we stack and then we go to our stacks.
There is another option that I'm not suggesting because I don't know the timing. If the first Akurai is gone by the time the Akmorn actually casts, then there's no problem at all.
Well, let's check.
It's after 10, so do we want to just let people
Check
go to
next
bed?
week.
Well, you can check now, but I don't think we're getting another
So-
pull in. Moving to the
Fair enough.
side. So.
Yep.
Thank everybody. Thank you everybody. Thank anybody. Thank anybody who showed up.
Really hedging your bets there.
Sorry, that was in then out.
Alright, I am gonna head out. I will see some of you on Friday.
Have a fun. Sleep.
Good night.
Yep. Right then. I won't make any promises. I may have to do this game, but I'll look to see if I can find another mic on short notice.
Right?
You see, what this is I put this foot on my tablet and brought it on a book.
Casting Awkward, we have to move in stacks.
Yeah.
So it,
So we have to do the
if the consistency's better, that's good, but it's also extremely clunky.
Well, you're at least not cutting out.